Alright, so we have our ball on the screen. I'm going to go ahead and play it. And now we want to get motion going on this ball here. And so I guess we can start with the ball moving in the bottom right direction, so this way. So what would we need to do for that to happen? Well, the X position of the ball needs to be increased, right? And then the Y position of the ball also needs to increase, so that the next split will put the ball here. And then the next iteration of the loop, it's going to happen again where the X position is increased and the Y position is also increased, splitting the ball down here. And so as the game, the while loop iterates, it's going to move the ball downward this way. So how do we do it? The first step is we're going to make a array called ball speed. So let's call ball speed equals, and then we'll put two parentheses, and we'll say 5, 5. So in Python, tuples, which are values that look like this, are treated just like arrays, right? So then if we want to access the first value, we would say ball speed sub 0. And if we want to access the second value, we would do ball speed sub 1, right? And we can also alternatively write this 5, comma 5 with two brackets signifying an array. Again, Python kind of blurs the lines between tuples and arrays. So anyhow, I'm just going to go ahead and write as a tuple. And so now we have our ball speed tuple. When we're here in our code, again, to reiterate, in the very beginning, we have all the variables that we need. I've collectioned together the variables regarding the paddle. First paddle here, my second paddle would be right below it, and the variables regarding the ball should all be, together, right? And then following that, we have our game loop, which is the while loop. Takes in our keystrokes. Following that, we adjust the paddle's position, and then we blit all of our characters on the screen and turn on our projector before entering back into the while loop. So what do we need to add to this? Well, I'm going to just change this comment to paddle position. And then, but right below it, I'm going to make a new section called ball position, because this is where I'm going to adjust the ball's position. So how do I do it? I'm going to say ball rect is equal to ball rect dot move. And inside of the parentheses as an argument, I'm going to put ball speed. All right. So what is this doing? Well, the move takes the first value in this tuple and adds it to the ball rec's first value. So it takes this value here and it adds it to this value here, right? Then it takes this second value here and it adds it to this second value here. And so since the first value in our rect represents the X position, the second value represents the Y position, our ball speed here represents the amount of speed the ball's going to have on the X, amount of speed the ball's going to have on the Y. So that's what move does, and it creates a new rect. So this function call, this method call, returns a new rect with those adjustments, with ball speed added to the ball rect. So we need to save that as ball rect before moving on. If we just do the right side, it's going to do nothing. All right, but we need to save it in as ball rects, new values, which will be its X position incremented by the ball speed's X position, and the rec's Y position being incremented by the ball speed's Y position. Okay, so now we have our rect updated. All we need to do to put it onto the screen is have this blit with the ball, which is the surface, and then the ball's rect, which is its positional information. So let's go ahead and test it out and see how it goes. Run it. Ball goes off the screen. Right. Next video will show you how to make it bounce off the walls.